What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chazz, and welcome to a segment we haven't done in a while, a kind of coffee with Chazz segment. Season's over, and as you know, I predicted the Super Bowl right, not at the beginning of the year, but before the before the actual game, I predicted it right. Kansas City Chiefs are your 2022, I guess, Super Bowl champions. So congratulations to them. Let's talk a little about free agency, perhaps. It's been a little while since we had a little chat. So as per Bill's situation, and I saw a little article on this today that made me double take. Our two big goals in free agency are Jordan Poyer and Tremaine Edmonds, of course. Probably no chance we get both of them. Reason being is age. Tremaine Edmonds is like 25, maybe? Like, he's very young. I don't... When we drafted him, I believe he was 20, right? So, very young, and he is one of the top middle linebackers in the game. We get it, Bills fans. You don't like him because you want to bone Matt Milano. That's fine. We have Matt Milano. Matt Milano has no saying in re-signing Tremaine Edmonds. They play two different positions, and Matt Milano's locked up. So, drop that. With Tremaine Edmonds' length and his athleticism, he's the captain of our defense. He makes so many plays. If you don't believe me, watch those games back that he didn't play due to injury. Our defense was not the same. Now, that's the reason why I don't think we'll get him and Poyer back, because the same thing with Poyer, except Poyer is older. He's a banged up, early to mid 30s safety, right? So another guy who, and this is not a slight, this is not throwing shade on Jordan Poyer. I love Jordan Poyer, but the dude needs to cash in. He's coming off of one of his best run of his career, if not his best season of his career. He's going to cash in. He's going to sign a short, big-time money deal, and that's not suited for what we can afford, and Tremaine Edmonds is going to sign a long-term big money deal, right? So it's like, what do you do in that situation? Do you take the older safety when you got another really good safety who's older, or do you take the younger linebacker when you got another really good linebacker who's younger? My pick would be Tremaine. And I know you Bills fans are going to hate that, but you can lock up Milano and Tremaine to anchor your defense for a good 5 years or so. That just makes a lot more sense than locking up Poyer for 2 to 3 more years. Plus, there's a chance you lose Hyde next year anyway. So, I think that's what they should do. I'd be happy with either, but I don't want Tremaine to go away. But anyway, I was seeing this article where Tremaine was actually, or where Bills lost both of them. You can't do that. You can't lose both of them, Bills. Don't do it. It was the top 25 free agents, and they had even this article for all you Tremaine haters had Tremaine as the 12th, 13th top free agent, and Poyer as 25. So that's kind of the market where people look at Tremaine as he's a bigger deal. So it's just, we get jaded in Buffalo, sure, but it is what it is around the league. So I would hope to get both. I don't think it's possible. I would rather get the younger guy that we can have for another almost 10 years than a dude that's, no offense, probably going to fall off the cliff in a year or two, right? I mean, it is what it is, right? So, but either way, I'd be happy, but I guess I'm wanting to get Tremaine. So, now, I just saw something come out that the Bills have the second best odds on getting Saquon Barkley, and y'all know I'm a Saquon I'm a Saquon simp, and I'm okay with admitting it. Normally, no, let me rephrase this. I don't think the Bills are going to do it. The only way the Bills are going to get Saquon Barkley is if they sign him to a short deal for a year or two, kind of a prove-it deal for not a ton of money. But the dude is going to reset the running back market probably. So I'm not one to run and say go and get Saquon Barkley, pay him all that money. Or go and get a running back and pay him all that money. But it happens to be my boy Saquon Barkley. So I don't know. I think a 1-2 punch of Saquon Barkley and James Cook would be amazing. There's a lot of mock drafts that are having the Bills take Bijan Robinson, however you pronounce it, running back, and that'd be cool and all, except you can get a proven guy like Saquon, still have an electric guy like Cook, and use your first-round pick on somebody else like a receiver. So it would be interesting to me to see what they do. The problem is they don't have a lot of money, right? You guys want this offense to be better, but you also want to keep people like Poyer and people like Edmonds. So, like, hopefully we could get... If we sign Poyer or Edmonds, we don't get Saquon. If we don't sign both of them, I mean, there's a chance that, like, you could get Saquon and maybe somebody like Jacoby Myers. They'd be a good fit in Buffalo. Hunter Renfrow, DJ Chark, I would like to see maybe, but we don't have a lot of money. So if you could get Saquon, say you re-sign Poyer or Edmonds, I won't even make you choose. I'm assuming their contracts will be about the same. So you get one of those guys, Poyer or Edmonds. And then you dump the rest of your money into getting Saquon for a couple years. Well, then you have to go and draft a receiver. I like that idea rather than saying getting DJ Chark and drafting a running back, right? Like, you know, and then you can spend the rest of your draft on offensive line help. And I'm not a salary cap guru. I mean, Brandon Beane usually does a good job. So they just need to start hiring. They need to start signing players with some balls and, like, not these smiley pretty boys. I've said that forever. They need to get some players with just some heart and just some, like, passion and some fire. That's what they need to do, and I've said that forever. So, as for some other free agent destinations or trades, perhaps, I would like to see if Aaron Rodgers is going somewhere. I guess my prediction, and of course I is the Raiders, because I'm also a secondary Raiders fan. Aaron Rodgers teaming to back up with Devontae Adams, getting with Josh McDaniel, getting with Darren Waller. Why wouldn't he want to go there, right? In the inverse, I can see the former Raiders quarterback Derek Carr. I could see him signing in New Orleans. Michael Thomas, they've got Alvin Kamara, who's up in the air, but Chris Olave, like, it's a good young crowd. Like, Michael Thomas ain't old. I mean, I know the argument of the Jets too could be a thing, but I just see him going to the Saints. I just see Derek Carr in a Saints uniform. I don't know if the Jets pull the trigger on one of those. Those are the two big quarterbacks available. Who else is out there? Josh Jacobs, I think, stays with the Raiders. I do. I just think he's coming off the best season of his career. He's coming off the number one running back of the year. And I just think I think the Raiders find a way to keep him. It's Gruden, or not Gruden. Jeez, Gruden drafted him, but Josh McDaniels, the first year with him, he ran the tires off of this guy, right? And maybe they give him a close enough to a huge deal that he wants, and he stays. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. That's really about all I got to say with the free agency. I know the Fantasy Football Bros podcast, we've kind of put it on pause a little bit because the season's over, but we're not done, And if you guys haven't noticed, if you haven't taken a check out of my second YouTube channel I started during the off season called Chazz's Rock Record Review, kind of, taking off, honestly. Like, I don't have 1 million subscribers, but, like, I just posted my 6th actual record review video, and within one day it had the most views of any of my videos, right? So if you like rock music or you're interested in checking out some new stuff, check out Chazz's rock record review. But it's nice to see everybody again. It's been a while. There is new content coming with the Fantasy Football Bros soon. We're just taking our break, like I said, and stepping away from the podcasting and the football game, because honestly, there's not a lot to talk about right now. But soon enough, free agency's getting going, draft season starting, and we'll be right back at it to see everybody. So thanks for checking out the video, and until then, we'll see you next time. Peace.